It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Troy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause. Woo.
Hello and welcome to What's the Maple Tea? With your hostesses, me, Rowena Whey, and
me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
And we're in the same room again. What? Poker face, poker face.
Rowena, for our visual audience, thank you so much for wearing very little for us today.
Like, should I move my camera down?
Down.
There. This is my camera angle today.
And I'm gonna move mine up. I'm like,
that was the wrong direction.
I'm like, I gotta be the same height as this.
No,
bitch.
I'll just move it back.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Fine.
There we go.
Fine. Stop. Oh, well, whatever.
Touching things. Stop touching things.
I'm shorter than you now. Okay, there we go. You're listening and watching to What's the Maple Tea? The broadcast.
The live broadcast podcast where we talk about everything that we want to. Yeah. And nothing that you want us to.
And nothing more. From a Kingston drag perspective. Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
Kingston, Ontario, Canada, North America, the world, the universe, the Milky Way. Other way around. The Milky Way, the known universe.
There we go. Yeah,
the unknown universe.
This reality here, too.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this universe.
Sometimes I feel like I'm out of reality experience, but what you gonna do?
Rowena, this is... Sorry, I know I shouldn't be talking about this.
She's so happy that people are watching on her YouTube page, because people don't usually watch on her YouTube page, and it means that your YouTube shorts have been working.
Yeah, apparently.
Maybe you should try wearing the YouTube pants next time.
Wait, there's YouTube pants?
That's such a bad joke. That's a bad joke, Rowena. Bad joke.
Okay, I apparently didn't get it, so it was definitely a bad joke. And Rowena, oh my gosh. So you weren't physically here the last time.
No, I was just metaphysically here.
Metaphysically,
yes.
Yeah.
I was in Sherbrooke, Quebec last week.
You were bouncing on beds. I do remember that.
No, that was 4 weeks ago.
Honestly, you had the weird paneling behind you.
Yeah, I was in the cottage. Yeah.
In the weird...
And we had special guest Lilith Kane.
Yes. And I'm still hoping that I can find that one clip where I was just... you just all shut me up. You know, there was a lot of shade. I haven't even posted the audio podcast yet.
She's ashamed.
But there are moments of pure, utter raking me over the hot coals, roasting me, and I was just like,
she was all for it.
Godsmacked. I was all for it, but I was godsmacked too. I was like,
are you saying godsmacked?
Godsmacked, yeah.
You know that the term is gobsmacked, right? Is God smacked when you are fighting someone's religion? I'm God-smacked. Religion hit me. That struck me down. I'm pretty sure the term is gob-smacked.
I will leave it to the 8 active viewers right now. Do me a search for old and current English and different spellings, because I know it as Godsmacked, but okay, maybe it's gobsmacked.
As in, shut your gob.
We have a finger and a high five. I don't know what that means.
It's like, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I have no
okay,
idea what that
yes,
means.
yes,
I have no idea
yes.
what that means.
We don't know, but we love you.
Yeah, we love you. Tiffany, it's a very exciting week.
It's a very exciting week indeed. Yes.
Do you want to know why?
I have no idea why.
Well, I mean,
What are we leading up to?
so,
Gobsmacked. Oh, look, our friend Keith Bilo was mentioning gobsmacked.
haha, gob, snaked.
Snaked. Schmake. Schmake. Javerish.
It's a very exciting week because I'm going on vacation.
Yay!
Yes, Kingston, you will be without the musical comedic stylings of Rowena Whey for a good 2.5 weeks. Enjoy it.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yep.
Oh my goodness sakes. Oh. And then we're gonna oh, that's one of my viewers. Look.
See, people still use the old YouTubes.
Yeah.
And even the young people.
I'm still gonna say Godsmack.
You do whatever you
just
want
'cause
to.
It's me. I am old enough I can make up words if I choose to, right? Hey, I was making up words even before I was this old, so...
You know, half of gay culture is made up
Made up
words.
words.
So, you do you. Slay bitch, hail Satan, hunty.
Spare some mascara.
But yeah,
So-
I'm going on vacation.
You're going on vacation. Okay, can you share any details of this vacation?
Yes.
Does it involve going overseas?
In this vacation, I will be in 3 different countries, in like 6 different cities, 7, 8 different cities, and I'm going to be fucking exhausted by the end of it, but it's worth it.
Should we start a rumor that you're on the filming of Drag Race versus the World or something?
I feel like we should start that rumor.
Let's
yeah,
start that
let's
rumor.
start that rumor.
You heard it here. She's on some... Oh, did you hear there's that new sewing challenge? Is that 3
Oh,
countries?
I'm so
Are you on
excited.
that?
I'm so
Are you
excited to
on
watch that because one of my favorite costume designers is on it, competing on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's your world. We're just living in it, Tiffany. Thank you for that acknowledgement.
It's so true, though. It is so true. Yeah, I'm going to the United States. I'm going to the United Kingdom. Basically, I'm just going to all the Uniteds, except for the United Arab Emirates, because that's a little far away right now.
It's a little far.
Yeah.
But if you're going anywhere, Dubai is a really great
I've
stopping
been to Dubai.
place. Oh, have you?
I've been to Dubai actually 4 times.
I have not been into Dubai, but if I do go over to Asia again, I want to go through Dubai because that's an option. Go that side of the world versus going through China.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I don't think I want to go through China.
I really like Dubai. I mean, there's abject poverty. It's so rich, but also so poor. So it's kind of sad at times, but it's a very interesting place. It's an interesting place to be. I mean, I was not an out and proud raging drag queen when I was there.
Really? I would never have guessed.
Yeah.
You weren't
No.
like, humping that big old tower.
No, I wasn't on the grinders. I wasn't cruising the back alleys.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, actually, I was so worried. Now that you say that, traveling as a gay man, sometimes you have to have a checklist in your mind because I made sure to not have any inappropriate stuff on the phone. I think I even deleted the apps.
Oh my goodness, no.
Because I was going through Hong Kong, which is China, and I was like, they have 2 Michaels here at this time.
Yeah.
And I think I would probably do that going through Dubai as well.
So at the time, I mean, I was 19 years old, and apps like that didn't actually exist at the time. So yeah, that's how old I am. I was around before Grindr.
Before? Really?
Yeah, we used Plenty of Fish to meet people.
Oh my God, Plenty of Fish, POF. What about gay.com? Were you on gay.com?
Oh my God, gay.com. I tried to find cruising areas in Kingston, and they were all just like defunct. They're all gone. Stupid. Anywho.
No, they still exist.
You can still go to gay.com and search cruising areas in Kingston. They're not active very much, but they still exist. That Sears bathroom no longer exists, but it's still there. It's just, now it's a Zellers.
Interesting.
Actually, no.
Now it's a
no.
Zellers.
Now
Wait,
it's
what?
a
Is it Zellers
outdoors
again?
store.
Outdoor
What
store
is that
again?
outdoor store at the end of the
I don't know.
Cataraqui Mall?
There's a Zellers again. Oh.
It's in the Bay, though. The Zellers is in the Bay. I haven't been yet. I want to go. I want to relive my youth.
my ute.
My youth. My beauty. Anywho, I'm going to Bristol in the UK, so very gay friendly. So I'm actually there on Friday, which is Transgender Day of Visibility, and so I'm going to be wearing my trans rights shirts all Friday, and I'm going to be walking around the UK spouting some trans rights, and I hope that all of you will take part as well and wear, blue and pink and white and trans rights.
I don't understand the trans rights.
LL Bean is the store that's at the end of the Cataraqui Mall. That's
okay.
That's what B is telling us.
It's Day of Visibility, and when is Transgender Day of
Awareness is in November. So Transgender Day of...
What about Remembrance?
Sorry, that's what I meant. Remembrance
November.
Is in
Okay.
November.
Okay.
Visibility and Awareness is Friday.
I remember Remembrance was definitely during the school years, so okay, November sounds right. Yeah. November 20th or something? Okay, maybe.
20th or 21st?
Yeah.
One of the two.
But important.
think I would know this.
Very important.
Very important. But so I hope that you recognize it on Friday because, as we've discussed, it is so much more important this year than it is in years past. I mean, it's been important every year, but it's very important this year. But we're not going to get into politics today.
Really?
Right?
I'm not going to poke you? I'm not
No,
gonna poke
stop
you?
poking the bear. Stop
Yeah,
poking
yeah,
the bear.
Yeah. Did you hear that they're asking people in Egypt not to use the grinder because the cops are using it to bust the gays?
Did you hear that Uganda just made it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uganda. Did they actually pass it or
They
no?
passed the law,
They passed it. Uganda I've been hearing about issues there for decades now, but and it maybe it's simplistic to say, but it is a lot of proselytizing from the U.S. has affected.
This
the
is
gay
why
rights in
donating to
Uganda.
places like Rainbow Railroad is very important to help queer refugees escape persecution.
Yeah. So if you're gay, you can be jailed now in Uganda.
Why did you sing that?
Because it sounds better when you sing it.
Bad things sound better when you sing it. That's so true. That's so true.
Like when you stub your toe, you're like, oh my God, I'm in pain.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So, Rowena, we have topics.
Oh my God, we have topics.
Almost 50 minutes into the fucking program.
We just talk. We just talk about anything.
We just talk.
So my first topic today, because I have two topics and
Two
you have one.
topics?
Yeah. Is Kingston Pride is about to announce all of their events for the 2023 Pride Festival.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I have them on my phone. Do you guys want to hear?
Are we going to get an exclusive preview of all our live viewers on our
Oh my goodness.
broadcast?
All the live viewers.
Because it's probably going to get out before I even get the audio podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, only the live viewers are getting this. So,
yes.
returning signature events from previous years.
Signature events.
Signature events.
What is a signature event?
Ones that the Board of Kingston Pride runs themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good term.
Uh-huh. We have the Pride Run and Walk to kickstart the festival. We have Movies in the Square, partnered with Real Out in downtown Kingston. We have the Out on the Queen boat cruise. Boat cruise featuring usually drag performers.
Usually drag performers. I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, not me. Not me. I'm too busy.
And normally a DJ or something too.
And usually a DJ and a dance party. It's usually the vibe. It's pretty good.
And we normally have to dock early because someone's just gone a little too crazy.
Oh my God, I love docking.
Oh my God. That's why we have an explicit.
That's why we have no, they don't. The kids don't know what that means. They're just like, oh my God, I love docking boats too.
Yeah, starships.
Yeah, starships. And then, of course, the community fair and the parade will be happening again this year, and registration's already open for both of those.
Ooh.
We will be having an extra special Pride party in Market Square after the community fair. So there will be DJ and dancing and music and possibly a drag show. So nice big party outdoors, all ages. Going to be super fun. And of course, drag story time will be happening that day as well.
Please tell me it's behind bulletproof glass.
No, it will just be, really successful. And Kingston, we haven't had any protesters at our story times.
Yes, knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Thank you.
Knock on wood. Yeah. Like Kingston seems to be a pretty progressive bubble sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Anyway, we're not getting into that again.
We're not getting into that
again because we have our opinions.
Yeah.
We have our opinions.
But then we're also partnering with some community organizations. So
Ooh.
Kingston Pride is putting on a trivia night. Queer volleyball is happening that week. The queer games night is going to happen that week as well. Of course, beers for queers, and there's going to be a drag brunch.
Really, would never have guessed.
But it's going to be an all ages drag brunch.
Oh gosh,
We gotta let people come in. But all ages and family friendly are not the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so I hope that's very explicit.
It's going to be explicit, yes.
I mean, I know
given
it's going to be
that
explicit.
given that
but...
I'm the one running the drag brunch, because I've got to get my fingers in there somewhere. I have to put on a drag event during Pride.
Okay, so Rowena, just so you know, you are giving me, because I intend that this Pride is going to be, doing some stuff for Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know, I might be booked for something there.
Maybe.
I'm waiting for the email.
Uh-huh.
But, give me 48 hours recovery afterwards, okay?
Oh, okay. So Tyffanie Morgan will not be at the drag brunch.
Oh, maybe just give me 24 hours recovery.
I'm sure, Tyffanie, that you will be at some drag event in the Pride month because
it's a good. Actually, now that I say that, maybe recovery will be quicker now. Now that I know that I have diabetes and it's under control.
Yeah, actually, last year.
Oh well, it definitely when we were in Napanee, that was I was this girl. Oh well, we were doing the shows too. You were hosting the shows at the 4 Points and stuff.
I was.
And every time I'm like, "Is it hot in here? Turn the air conditioning up." They're like, "It's 16 degrees Celsius in here."
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you heard it here first. That's all the Kingston Pride events that are currently scheduled. It's very exciting. For those of you who don't know, I, outside of drag, am the chair of Kingston Pride, which is why I know all the Kingston Pride events.
For this year, this is my last year as chair. So if anyone else wants to be the chair of Kingston Pride, the spot will be opening up. And my boy shoes are smaller than my woman's shoes, is size-wise. So the shoes are not as big to fill. Good to know. Good to know.
Right?
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of volunteer opportunities. There's a lot of volunteer, like for the parade, they're going to need a lot of volunteers to help do the parade.
The festival itself, all of our events require volunteers. So if you want to get involved in your community, please fill out the volunteer application form that will be posted shortly, I believe, at the start of April. Or you can just email admin@kingstonpride.ca.
And at kingstonpride.ca. And so excited! So excited! Yeah, it is very exciting. Kingston Pride, June. When was it again? June?
So it's June 11th to 19th.
11th to 19th.
1 week of events.
The important dates are
the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, those are the important.
When I was putting together the calendar, I accidentally fucked up my calendar, and on my poster that I made, I had every date as the day before, and we were just joking because I almost posted it, and we were joking. I'm tired, girl. I'm tired. We were joking that if we posted it, then at least all the gays would be on time.
At least your drag queens and drag artists would be arriving on time.
Yeah, 24 hours in advance. Their beards would have grown through by the end of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because, so you said you have 2 topics?
I do.
So is that one of them?
That was one of them.
Okay,
so
good.
Get excited. Kingston Pride is happening
Pride.
June 11th to 19th. Signature events are taking place that whole week, but 16th, 17th, 18th. Very exciting. Very exciting. My other topic. So this is an actual topic.
Oh, a topic.
I know, right?
Okay, do we just...
It's a hot topic.
We need to get closer to it.
Should we get closer to the microphones? Oh my goodness. Okay. So my topic is, why the hell aren't there movies that are solely starring drag queens anymore?
Anymore? Wait, there were movies that...
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yep.
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Well, yeah.
Is drag queen movie. Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, not a drag queen, but a person dressing in drag, starring in a movie. Like, these things used to happen, but most of these movies came out in the 80s and 90s. And we don't really have movies that are successful anymore that are solely starring drag performers. We've had drag queens or the art of drag. There have been drag performers in movies. For example, A Star is Born with Lady Gaga had 2 drag performers as a cameo. There has been like Bianca Del Rio's movies, which have been extremely low budget and not really successful. But we don't have movies with drag anymore. We have movies starring queer individuals and movies starring trans individuals, which is wonderful. But we don't have drag in film. And why is that? Can you think of any? Audience, can you think of any?
That is really interesting. So there have been, like, RuPaul's come out with how many, like, Netflix movies and stuff too?
Like TV shows.
TV shows and Netflix. There have been, like, little kind of movies, but like out TV. Yeah, there hasn't been like a, let's say, a blockbuster.
Like The Birdcage.
Like The Birdcage. Oh yeah. There hasn't been a blockbuster main.
Conspiracy theory. Is it because Robin Williams died?
When I think of those movies, and they were the 90s, right?
It was camp. Is camp not a thing anymore?
Mrs. Doubtfire was the 90s, right?
That was the 90s.
That was the 90s. Like it was hip to be. It was hip to be gay. Like I'm just thinking back then, it was just like hip to be gay, drag queen. There was like RuPaul kind of like came out in the scene, and everyone's like, oh my god, drag queens are amazing. Let's make a movie. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And when you hear the story of the person who wrote Priscilla, Queen of they had no idea that it was suddenly going to get picked up and turned into this huge movie sort of thing. And Priscilla, Queen of the Desert was really they saw the success of Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything.
Yeah.
They saw the success of Priscilla, and they were
decided to do it again.
Let's try to do that in America. And it was big.
It was big. I mean, it was big in the right circles. It's not the type of movie that goes in theaters and makes $200 million, but it's big in comparison to some lower budget movies.
Now, would you say Baltimore, like good?
Hairspray. So Hairspray is a different beast because it's not, I mean, there is a drag performer in it, but that's not the role of the performer. The performer, it just happens to be a man playing a woman in the role.
I don't really...
And plus it's a musical.
I don't have an answer to that. It is interesting to think about it. Like,
even Rent. Like, so Angel is a trans performer who's portrayed as being a drag queen, but in today's terms, we would consider her a trans person. But that was the 90s.
Yeah, it was okay. So that may be part of, and we've talked about, I think it's not we've talked about it, but I think it has been talked about in some of the queer circles, that sometimes it's easier to present to El Straighto Worldo a drag queen versus someone who is genderqueer or trans, right? Mm-hmm. It's easier for them to consume that than it is for like a trans person sort of thing. So does it maybe have something to do with that?
Maybe. I just feel like this right now is where we really need to have another movie about drag queens and drag kings, because I cannot name a single movie about a drag king. Can you?
Nope.
No. No. But given that there is so much misunderstanding about what drag performers are and what drag performers do, I feel like now is the time. So
Are you saying that RuPaul's Drag Race isn't a real representation of drag?
Oh my goodness, is RuPaul's Drag Race not a real representation of drag? No, it's not. I mean, it's great fun. It's great entertainment, but no, it's not a real representation of drag. And I think that we're lacking that part of cinema. I think that we're lacking that right now, and I think that it died at the end of the 90s.
Oh, not one that isn't a musical. Like the drag queens are in musicals. The drag artists are in musicals. But yeah.
It's very strange to me. Even Chicago, which came out in the 90s, features a drag performer. The character of the reporter is typically played by a man.
I wouldn't call that drag.
Like it's a person who's, cross-dressing, I guess. It's not technically drag, but
wait, what?
In the same way that the mother in Hairspray, the mother of Tracy Turnblad, who I can't remember her name, is typically played by a man playing a woman.
Yeah.
That's the exact same thing in Chicago. On stage, the person who plays the reporter, the lead reporter, Miss Mary Sunshine, is typically played by a man.
What?
Yeah, it's a surprise when you see Chicago on stage, because the person who plays Miss Mary Sunshine has this extremely high, like, countertenor operatic voice and does all of this in opera, and it's actually a man. It's shocking. It's amazing. It's so nice.
Even Priscilla 94.
Yeah, 1994. See, all these movies came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
What happened to drag in cinema?
I don't know. I don't know. Gays. We need to get on the phone with the gays in California. Be like, what's going on here, Hollywood? What's going on? What happened to the drag?
Is drag not in fashion anymore? Because it seems to be pretty popular right now.
Or have they all moved from Hollywood to outside the sound studios of RuPaul's Drag?
Most likely. Maybe it's because RuPaul's Drag Race. No, because there's like that 10-year gap between the 90s and RuPaul's Drag Race.
Was
yeah, there's like a 10-year gap.
Anyways,
Anyways, this is my topic.
But that gap corresponds, which is interesting, because
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap, yeah, and don't mind me. It corresponds to this article. This article, honestly. So
she had it underneath her computer, just tucked in, ready to go.
Yep. This is not the good copy. This is the copy that I'm like, let's reference the paper. But Luke actually did research, and
did he?
And remember when I would always say that there was a lull. The 2000s, there was a lull. I was the only drag in town.
It's true.
I was the only drag in town. And guess what? That was true everywhere else too. Like it was really big in the 90s. It was hip and great to be a drag queen, drag artists in the 90s. But then in the 2000s, I was the only one left. And this was experienced all even in the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if maybe, I don't know, what did something like that happen, I guess? I don't know.
It's very possible.
You know, I do. Yeah. And I think too that, you know, some the community was evolving at that time too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That suddenly more people were like, it was okay to identify as trans, you know, and that was becoming, you know, people are coming out as trans. Like quite often, a lot of people would start drag out first, and then they're like, no, I want to transition, sort of thing. It still happens today.
I think, well, because it's a way of exploring gender.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is. And I think that because of this lack of content, this lack of representation of drag performers, we need to have a new resurgence of the 90s. The 90s are back in style. The 90s are back in fashion right now. Fashion trends are the 90s.
Yes.
So I think that we should bring back cinematic 90s, which includes Priscilla, Tu Wong Fu, Mrs. Doubtfire, Hairspray, like all of these things. I want a resurgence of 90s cinema. I want a resurgence of stories about trans individuals and stories about drag queens and drag kings. Let's have a drag king movie, please. 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 Let's get Landon Sider to star in it.
I'm throwing that all in the chats here. Remake Priscilla on TV. Remake Tu Wong Fu as drag kings.
Oh my gosh, Tu Wong Fu as drag kings. They'll take over like a diner in a small town, and everyone will be like, what the fuck? And it'll be great. And it'll be like so glitz and glam. Oh my god, imagine having like a drag king who does like butch plaid lumberjack, and then another drag king who does like spectacular like glitter bomb, and like in the same room trying to compete with styling like a diner.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I would love this.
Actually, there could be something there.
Right?
There could be something there. Winning like, some sort of drag king pageant and then traveling across. Yes.
Yeah.
That storyline is all there. Fuck.
It's all there. And people love when you do the exact same story again.
We have enough theater gays who are drag performers. Let's just make our own movie. Okay.
And you know what? Kingston has a burgeoning film studio. Like film,
yeah,
whatever that's called. Scene. Film scene.
Film
industry.
Yeah.
Industry. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, we're trying to become a hub, I think. We're trying to become a hub.
We're a hub, yeah.
There's a lot
of... porn hub.
There's a lot of porn, and there's a lot of actors willing to do a lot for very little.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's not what we're talking about. But
nudity is in my contract. There must be nudity.
And that's how we get. Oh my god, do I have that still on my? I sent her a reel, and I'm like,
she sent me a reel. She's like, it's some like sexy flash latex guy, and she's like, this is how we're gonna get the Maple Tea viewers, and this is how you're gonna get ticket sales this summer.
Yeah. Let me play that. Hopefully, I can play that audio. Hopefully, it'll play.
Oh, Tiff has technical difficulties.
You know what that means? Time to be a whore.
Time to be a whore.
Time to be a
Our
whore.
views are pretty low.
You know what that means? Time to be a whore.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our views are low, Rowena.
Are our views low?
No, it's not.
No, we've actually had like more viewership in the last month and a half than we've ever had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
no, I like that idea. I really do like that idea. Mm-hmm. Let's do that. I need to call a producer somewhere. I will get on a casting couch just so we can start that movie.
Oh my god, casting couch porn is amazing. Yes.
Tu Wong Fu as Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. What title would you use? Gosh, but it's interesting that you should say that because. Oh
my god, can it be called Thanks for Everything, Rowena Whey? Just speak my ego. Stroke my ego, please.
Yeah. Is it no, not retro. Throwback. No, what's
throwback?
No.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. That's the one. So I was hanging out with the DJ at Queer Prom, and he was playing music that I knew. And I was like, these are all like 18, 19-year-olds. Why are you playing music that I know?
Because gay is nostalgic.
Nostalgia.
Gay music is nostalgia. And I agree. The show Pose was a huge success. But that was by Ryan Murphy. And Ryan Murphy is known for creating queer content. He does it over and over and over again. And creating it with like realistic, at least semi-realistic characters. So,
but I think we all we're like kind of focusing on the queer aspect, but maybe we even need to look at the movie aspect because movies are not like they were back in the 90s anymore, right? They have to be CGI'd, 3D.
I went and saw Cocaine Bear
in a theater.
In the theater, and it was worth every penny.
What the?
It was worth every penny.
Did you at least sit in a chair that was like cocaine?
No, but I sat there and my sister and I.
Theaters?
My sister and I counted the number of people who died because we had a bet. If you're looking for a way to make a movie more enjoyable, go in with a bet and low expectations.
You know, I will say Cocaine Bear, it has had some really amazing adverts.
Yes.
Even
Oh my God, Elizabeth Banks would totally make a movie about drag queens. She totally would. She loves drag queens.
Who the hell's
Elizabeth Banks was, she played Effie Trinket in The Hunger Games. She directed Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck she is.
Oh my goodness. Out of it.
Ooh,
But not a reality TV show about drag
what
queens.
About Cinderella with Billy Porter?
Cinderella was so good.
Not
so
a main
good.
character though.
So
character?
that version of Cinderella was bad. Billy Porter was good. I needed to rephrase that.
Ooh.
Thank you. Nothing will beat the Cinderella with Whitney Houston and Brandy. I'm sorry. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. But so segueing into your topic.
Yeah.
We
My
need a
topic.
movie, not reality show. Tyffanie Morgan.
We need a movie, not a reality. I know. So now I'm feeling very insecure now with my topic after we. So the one thing that I kind of.
Oh, we're getting comments by text, by the way.
What?
We got a text comment that says, "I'm only saying Godsmacked from now on."
Thank you. Yeah, patent it.
Patented it from Funeral Face Nails. Also, apparently her mom watches on YouTube, so that's our YouTube viewer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Thank you,
we
Allison.
have 5 viewers on YouTube.
Oh, that's more than any other platform.
Yes, actually, yes. I think when we told people we were on YouTube, they're like, I'm going on to YouTube.
On YouTube. Sorry, so what is your topic?
My topic is, it really comes after watching this last episode of Drag Race, right? And then I was like, do I give a shit about reality TV anymore? Do I care anymore?
I'm listening. I'm communicating with our fans.
Do I give a shit anymore about reality TV? Because I am a late. Let's just put some context around this. I've always hated reality TV, except somehow I got sucked into Drag Race
Because drag.
because of drag, and mostly because of you, I think.
It is me, because you never watched it before.
I never watched it, and then you're like, let's do a live broadcast podcast about Drag Race, and I'm like, maybe I should start watching it then. And now I'm like, I'm ready to almost
Stop.
put it on the shelf again, and just be like, closed book, put it on the shelf, because this like the Lucy LaDuca, I can't even remember their names right now.
Lucy LaDuca, Selena Estidis, all of these produced drama to make Mistress Isabel Brooks, Lux
and
Noir
Lux
London,
Noir.
yeah.
And I'm like, it gets me. It irks me. It irks me. Like, my emotions are just where's the.
I am just picturing.
Stop.
I am picturing.
She ruined my tirade.
God,
She ruined my tirade.
God in a cloud smacking Tyffanie Morgan on a t-shirt. Would you buy that? Tiffany Morgan merch?
That's more of a video or something. Like, how do you visualize like God smacking Tiffany?
I got it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got the visual in my head and I had to cut off your rant. But please go back to ranting.
You know, this is so funny because I was just rewatching, just for shits and giggles, the Selena Estidis as the Virgin Mary. I was just watching that.
Oh yes. Everything's shits and giggles until somebody giggles and shits. Sorry, but yes, the Lucy LaDuca drama with Mistress and Lux.
Yeah, like that was really kind of making me upset, and the emotions were were just so complicated. Like it felt like they like it to me on the camera. It feels like that they are definitely building up on her, and whatnot. But then I'm watching, online these like at Roscoe's and stuff like that, and they're like, no, 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 we're friends. Like literally, Lucy was doing their wigs,
Yeah.
before that episode, and someone sewed Mistress's gown or whatever, like that tube dress was sewn by someone else, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, how dare you? Like
The production, you don't see so much. You don't see what the producers don't want you to see.
but this like, and potentially lives are destroyed.
Yes.
You know, like you're always going to be known at like Jan or something like that. You're always going to be known as the one who never won or whatever. And how is that going to, like, I kind of start wondering about this whole reality TV. Like, how is it shaping the world and shaping the people out there? Like, there's so much power in that franchise of who wins, who loses, who gets the good storyline, who gets
lives
the bad,
and who dies.
who gets the bad storyline. Like, how many amazing drag artists out there may have gotten in a bad storyline, and I don't know about it, and their, you know, their lives are ruined. I don't know.
The Vixen on her season had so much hate because of the way that she was portrayed. Like it happens, and it's frequently queens of color that are given those storylines and given that hatred, rather than white queens, which is another, just like,
Really? I haven't noticed that. But yeah, it's something to look at for sure. I would totally buy that t-shirt with a Sweet Pea button. Yes, the Sweet Pea buttons. I gotta get them.
oh my God, Big Brother with just drag kings and drag queens.
That is a good one. The drag kings and drag queens.
I mean, that
I don't
doesn't
know,
solve our
but-
movie
but that
issue, but
doesn't-
it does sound dramatic.
Doesn't solve the movie issue. It definitely feeds into the idea that there's more reality TV, and I don't like the reality TV. I don't watch Big Brother. I knew people who applied.
My colleague's daughter is currently on The Bachelor.
Although I will say, sorry.
No,
I
that was
will
it. That was my whole
I will
sentence.
say I did watch Canada's Amazing Race. No, wait, what was it?
Canada's Ultimate Challenge.
Ultimate Challenge.
I'm
Ultimate
really
Challenge.
enjoying it.
Although
It's not done yet.
Although that does cause a lot of stress too, because I'm like, oh my God, hanging from cliffs and stuff. So yeah, what is this? Because there's I've noticed local news personalities with the roses, and I assumed it was The Bachelor or something.
Yeah, so someone I work with, their daughter, so a local Kingstonian, is currently on The Bachelor and actually made it to the final two. And I don't know what happened after that.
That's probably what's going on. There's
Yeah.
like the publicity going on. We do have I'll put it on the screen, Rowena. Stop looking over my shoulder. How do y'all feel about Lucy's elimination? I feel very conflicted. Lux did not impress me in that lip sync or challenge. Did she know the words? LOL. Actually, it's interesting because we don't know if either of them knew the words. Because I think some people quoted that Lucy was missing some lines.
Yeah, so
too.
both of them missed lyrics. And I mean, it's probably a song that they didn't know because Hayley Kiyoko is, a wonderful artist, but not a well-known artist. Not an artist that a lot of people listen
if it's not
to.
top 40, like...
Yeah, and she's not generally played on the radio, so it's I imagine that neither of them knew the words. They probably knew the chorus, and then they knew some of the words of the verses. But I was more impressed with Lux's performance. I thought that Lucy's performance was lacking, just because I feel like Lux commands the stage a little bit more and has a little bit more attitude.
So, and that may feed into... Everyone's like, oh, Lux definitely didn't know the lyrics because she just threw in all the like there was no holding back of the dance moves.
Yeah.
There was flips, tricks, there was wig, blah blah blah. There was like, she was throwing, which you kind of want to when you're up for elimination, right? But by doing all that, you're also hiding the fact that you may not know the lyrics because, whipping your hair back and forth, blah, blah, blah. I would say, yes, she was more, she had
Engaging?
more energy than Lucy. I don't know if she was more engaging because there were times where it was like so much that you really had to look away.
So by this point, I mean, this is the storytelling. I was ready for Lucy to go home.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with the result.
They set it up that way.
But they set it up that way. So my emotions have been, meddled with.
Yeah.
Manipulation. And usually that's something I get to use. I don't like it when people manipulate me. But I do think that Lucy really got a lot of negative critique for things that she did not do badly. I do believe that her transformation was one of the bottom two, only because Anitra's was so good, Sasha's was so good, and Mistress's was so good. I think that Sasha Colby needs to learn how to use hip pads properly, but I thought that they were better than Lux and Lucy. Not that Lucy did badly, it's just that she was not as good. And we're at the top 5, now at the top 4, and you have to just choose people to be in the bottom for that. And it was Lucy's time to go. Sorry.
I don't know. There's so many things. We're splitting hairs. We're
Splitting hairs.
Like the judges even said that at this point we're splitting hairs. Why they didn't focus on Anitra's own wig on her head? Take another look.
Was
at
her wig
that.
bad? I didn't notice.
It wasn't good.
I was too busy looking at the paint of her on her makeup person.
On her other person.
Yeah.
On her mini-me. And that hair and everything on her mini-me was like stunning. But then you look at Anitra and you're like,
Have you noticed that Anitra has worn a bodysuit with like a hip tassel 3-4 times now?
And then you look at Mistress, whose dress was a tube dress. For both her and her,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
The face was amazing. But there were critiques that it wasn't an exact. It wasn't Mistress on that face, but you could tell it was there was of the family.
Yeah.
But Lucy, like they critiqued her mini-me's shoes,
which is stupid.
And then you look at the other contestants' shoes.
It was stupid and nitpicky and not relevant.
I think they clearly were like, well, we know Lucy's out of here, so let's just find something. We're like, oh, those shoes. And actually,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is why it's not reality. Like
it's not reality.
It is real people doing real things.
Yeah, Lux Bun.
But it's not reality. If it was reality, they would show everything. They would have honest judging. There would be no production. And it would be like Big Brother.
I don't know. I kind of feel like my emotions are being played around so much. Is this entertainment anymore? I don't know.
Are you entertained by it?
I don't know if I am anymore. And I'm like, do I put it up on the shelf? What the hell do we talk about then?
I mean, this is why we've started doing topics.
Why did we... Well... Because some of this shit that we were seeing on TV was not worth talking about.
No, we were getting very bored with our own conversations.
Yes, I have watched House of Drag with Keita and Anita. That was, 2 seasons, was it?
Yeah, 2 seasons.
2 seasons, yeah. And I really love... Oh, I can't remember her name. The old queen. Who won?
Spanky Jackson.
Spanky Jackson. I love Spanky Jackson. And I couldn't believe they had Spanky Jackson in Down Under. RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under.
There's only so many drag shows. I hear that there might be a contestant from Call Me Mother on this current season of Canada's Drag Race, season 4. Lips are sealed. Just
check their Instagrams and see if they're there or not. We have another comment here. I was watching the Roscoe's video, and they were saying they had 3 hours and a very small shoe selection. I think Mistress said her partner had to bring shoes from home, ? Yeah, when you look at the shoes, they were definitely probably from home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also have Hello Beauty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is it because I'm wearing a tank top? It's still winter.
I love Spanky too. Oh my god. Only because she's the drag that I grew up with. You know, when
She is your style of drag.
She's my style of drag. We didn't hip pad. I do hip pad now because it's more for me. It's more for me, not because I have any pressures to do so. I resisted it for so long.
I have to wash my hip pads. I did a spin class in drag on Monday.
No.
My hip pads are very gross now.
Did you see the photos on her Instagram, by the way? Where did you post them on Instagram or
I put them on my story.
you put them on story? Can you? So she did a you tell her.
I did a full spin class
in drag.
in drag at Queen's University, and I taught the class fully in drag, and I also did some performances while I was there.
Of course
I did.
Sorry,
Of course I did.
She's like, I will always add a performance for every drag appearance.
Every drag appearance must have a performance because that's what people expect, and I want people to be satisfied.
I thought they just
I'll
want my
never
meet
be
and greet.
satisfied.
They just want my meet and greet. I don't know, but anyway.
Well,
so
we did that too. But so after,
I love the photo.
afterwards, my face looked like a combination between a cracked porcelain doll and a zombie. It was melted and lifted,
cracked,
and
more cracked porcelain doll than like the cracks were like I couldn't
visible
believe
cracking.
It. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what kind of I'm like, are you using spackle for foundation? Are you using wood glue for foundation?
So
like,
the cracks were actually mostly where my eyebrows were lifting.
Oh,
so you see
where
like
painted
huge lines.
Where you painted
Yeah.
Oh.
But I had also washed away most of the makeup underneath one of my eyes because my eye kept watering. And I had so much sweat dripping down that I actually lost one of my eyelashes mid event, and it just like fell off in the middle.
I had that happen to me one hot June night somewhere. I can't even remember where it was, but yeah.
My poor pores. Skincare routine is very important when you're a drag queen.
We can talk about that for another episode because I think skincare regimes are like really important for drag world. Like that's something you really need to talk about. Like when it comes to shaving, moisturizing, makeup, and
serums,
and removing them and remoisturizing, and exactly.
It's very important. It's very important.
You need the plasma of a.
But that will be for a future episode.
Of a beluga whale or something. Yeah, that will be definitely a future episode. Are you saying that it's time? It's time?
I think we just need to close up by saying, sorry, Lucy, it was your time to go home. We know that you had 5 wins.
Oh, yeah.
2 main, 3 mini. And
she won Snatch Game.
She did
Let's
win
just
the
remind
Snatch
people
Game.
she won
the Snatch Game.
Which is the winner of any
And you know what?
season.
She made good TV. She made good TV.
I would buy her album. Or at least the one song.
Let Loose. So Let Loose by Lucy LaDuca is about to be re-released featuring Lemon and Jan on iTunes, like this weekend or something.
Oh,
so
Lucy, you are smart.
She's a smart girl.
You are smart girl.
And Priyanka has new music coming out.
She's so thin.
Yes.
Let's not talk about
Let's
that.
not talk about that. So support Lucy LaDuca because Drag Race clearly didn't. And we have our top 4. Oh my God, I'm so excited for our top 4.
We have people who are giving predictions.
No, there will not be a double crowning.
We used to do predictions.
We used to. Oh my gosh, should we do a prediction?
2 seconds.
Predictions. Wait, where's our crystal ball?
I don't have. Oh, I.
Go get it. Go get it. Ba-da. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back
into the
with
chair.
her crystal ball.
With a crystal ball. Do I even need this anymore?
Ooh, crystal ball.
Oh, look at that. Ooh. Oh, is it? You can see the ring light in it.
That's just magic. That's the magic light.
That is the ghost. That's
okay,
inside
we need to keep it in the video. So
okay,
here.
so you.
Okay. Ready? Predictions. Ooh. Tyffanie Morgan, who do you think is going to not be in the top 4? Who do you think is going home?
The top.
Because
we
have the top 4. Sorry, top 3. Who do you think is not going to be in the top 3?
I have I have 2 predictions. But
Oh, okay.
I
just needed one. I like 2. 2 is better than 1.
don't. Oh fuck, Lux. I'm gonna say it's one of 2. I think both Mistress and Lux are not. They're definitely not in the top 2.
See,
They're not in the top 2.
I used to think that the top 2 was going to be Mistress and Sasha, but I now think it's going to be Sasha and Anitra.
Because Anitra, well, I was worried. Remember, I said I was worried with Anitra because you can see her energy levels, even in the interviews, going down.
Mm-hmm.
But then suddenly this week, boom, she's back.
Boom, she's back. She wins the musical theater challenge. She wins the makeover challenge. She, Sasha, and Mistress now all have 3 wins apiece. Lux is the obvious answer of who's going home. Lux is going home. This week. And
so you're saying Lux. Okay.
Yeah.
We both say Lux then. We both say Lux.
So who do you think is going to win?
I think it's
I was gonna say Sasha, and I hope it's Sasha because I still think that she.
Should I get my pendulum out?
She's good, but
maybe we should do the pendulum.
Should we go get a pendulum and figure out? Oh my God, do you have a Ouija board?
That's
do you have a
next
Ouija
week.
board? Next week we'll do a Ouija board.
No, we're not doing Ouija boards in my house. We're not. We're not doing Ouija boards in my house.
You used to do tarot here.
I think tarot is different.
Oh,
Ouija
okay.
board just allows the evil spirits in.
Well, you already let me in your house.
I need some salt now. Okay. People are like Team Sasha Colby, Lux going home for sure. Oh my God, this is insane.
It's going to be insanity, and it's this week, and then I think we have a break for Easter, and then the finale's on the 14th of April.
Oh, there's a break for Drag Race. Okay, because normally we're here. Because someone did ask a question, how often we do this? Normally weekly. We do sometimes
do it every
take a
Tuesday.
week.
Sometimes we take
a week off. But normally we're here Tuesdays.
Should we take
at
the
7
entire
p.m.
summer off?
We're both gonna be busy, bitch.
We're both gonna be busy.
Gonna be busy. But will they actually be airing Canada's Drag Race at that time?
No, they will be airing All Stars 8.
That I don't know.
Kind of want to watch it, don't you?
I might.
That's the thing is you're like I'm gonna put reality TV on the shelf, but oh my God, but All Stars 8.
But All Stars is different.
All Stars is where they actually get to be
who they are. They seem more authentic at that point because they're like, I was on TV already before, bitch.
Instead of watching All Stars 8, can we just rewatch All Stars 7? Jinx Monsoon.
I think she'll be in the next movie, a Chicago remake.
You know what you need to start doing? We'll talk about this offline, but you know what you need to start doing? Is
auditioning for movies?
Yes, we're going to start auditioning for film. Going back and watching the early seasons of Drag Race because they're not overproduced.
Oh,
they're real.
I know.
They're real.
I know.
And it's so much fun. Anyway,
Anyway.
My name is Rowena Whey.
Oh,
You
yes.
can find me at rowenaway.com. There are tickets on sale for upcoming shows in April because I'm on vacation for 2.5 weeks. So go get those tickets. Go get them right now.
Go get them. Oh, and sorry, what tickets are you saying for?
So I'm saying that on my website you can get links to
All your tickets. Yes.
all of my tickets.
Okay, and we are in the next show that I'm with you. We're in Gananoque.
Oh, yeah.
And there's only 20 tickets
Less
left.
than 20.
Less than 20 tickets
Less than
left.
20.
Drag us to nationals. It's going to be so much fun at
the Playhouse.
At the Playhouse. Less than 20 tickets left over, and there's like a 360 camera thing.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So find Rowena at rowenaway.com.
And there's going to be a man in a thong feeding you Doritos and fanning you all night long?
I have yet to get that requirement in my contract.
What about a man dressed as a woman wearing a thong over 5 layers of tights and pads, feeding you chips with cheese dusted on them and blowing on you gently by going...
Why am I having a vision of someone with Cheetos breath? like, oh dear God, no. Okay.
And with that, your name is...
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan. You can find me at Tyffanie.com. That's Tyffanie. FFANIE.com. And I do have all my upcoming shows in my event schedule there, including the Drag Us to Nationals with links to buy tickets.
And of course, dragshow.ca.
And of course, everything's on dragshow.ca.
Except for my event on the 22nd, which I have to add to dragshow.ca.
Yes, and how easy is it, Rowena?
Oh my God, it's so easy. It takes like 2 minutes.
Just go to the website, fill out the form.
Make sure you're in the right region.
She submitted some shows for, like, what was it, Toronto or
Yeah,
Ottawa or
Toronto.
something?
Yeah, it was just bad.
And yeah, find me on Tyffanie.com. Find our podcast, our website, themapletea.ca. Themapletea.ca. We're on Spotify, Apple, all those other things. Rowena Whey's on the grinder. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. We will see you again next week for more What's the Maple Tea? Good night, everyone.
Good night.